Hey Latchkey Kids, did you play Bandersnatch? And I say play it because you don't necessarily watch it, you play it. And I actually got a chance to experience this twice. The first time I played it on my own, the second time I watched a friend play it and watched for the different outcomes. Shout out to all of you that chose the Sugar Puffs, by the way. I don't know whether that completely changes the scenario, but I feel like it does. I feel like the smallest little thing, which in this would be choosing which cereal that what's his face was gonna have. I don't know why did I forget his name that fast? I remember his last name was Butler, but I don't remember his first name for some reason. It'll probably come to me while I'm in the middle of this video. But anyways, I feel like that little smallest thing could change the whole trajectory of your experience in the game. That said, I really enjoyed this because as a kid I used to read some of those choose your own adventure books and they were a lot of fun. And I think they were pretty popular in the 80s. I don't know if they were so popular in the 90s, but I know they were pretty popular in the 80s. It was like choose your own adventure books, Mad Libs, I don't know what else do we have? Garbage Pail Kids cards, that was big, slap bracelets, and jelly bracelets. Oh, charm necklaces. Shout out to the people that remember the charm necklaces. Those were really cute. I saw one in the store like last year, so maybe they're making a comeback. Anyways, I like the story in Bandersnatch, and I actually messaged my older brother and told him to check it out because I think he would probably even get even more out of it than me because he's older. He was a teenager in the 80s, so he probably remembers a lot more, and he was into computer gaming. And from what I've read, some of the sound effects used in this movie were from real computer games from the early 80s. I didn't really play computer games other than on consoles, which is, I guess, is different. Like, my brother had a ColecoVision, and I remember playing that. And then he had a Commodore 64, but I don't remember him playing games on there. I just remember, like, typing in the commands and then typing in the word run. And my first computer was an Apple II with the double floppy disk and the modem that you put the actual phone on and stuff. That was kind of cool. But I only had like painting programs on there. I don't remember any games. And I don't even think Solitaire was on it. Anyways, he probably did play games on his Commodore and probably did, other type of games I didn't even know about because he was in his room listening to Devo. I feel like this is going to be the gift that keeps on giving because you can just rewatch it and make different choices. I read that there is 5 hours worth of material in this game and 5 different endings. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, 3 of them are negative endings and 2 of them are positive endings. I actually got to see both. When I played it myself, I kind of got the negative ending the first time, which I think he just ended up in jail. And then the second time, I guess I count this as a positive ending because he chose to go with his mother on the train. To me, it's a positive ending because they didn't show the train crash. So, I don't know. But my game kept on getting panned. Every time I made it to the end and the TV critic tested my game, I only got like 2 out of 5 stars and 3 out of 5 stars. But when my friend did it today, he got 5 out of 5 stars for his game on his first go around. And I don't know, I felt a little jealous. Like I should play it again. I want to get the 5 out of 5 stars on my game too. Maybe it's because I killed and buried the father, because it's never really confirmed whether that's really his father or whether that's a person who works in a psychiatric type experimentation mind control facility type thing. I really do this so much better when I take notes. Like my thought process is a lot more organized. Interface was pretty good. I almost like how it doesn't give you a whole lot of time to decide between the 2 choices, so you have to go right away. However, I did find that if you didn't make a choice at all, Netflix chooses for you. So if you don't want to play the game and you just want to watch the movie, you can do that. There was 1 or 2 or possibly more jump scares depending on how you played the game, but when I played it, I only got 1 jump scare. When my friend played it, there was 2 jump scares, both concerning the Pax character, and if you watch the movie, you know what that is. Um, the look of it was pretty cool. The only thing that took me out of it was the ultra high definition, because I could see the actor's pores. I could see the pimple on the actor's nose. I don't want to see all that. I don't want to be able to count the freckles on your forehead. Like, that's too much. I don't need to see anything that clearly. Like, don't lower the resolution on that. Lower the resolution on that. I don't want to see all that. No, thank you. Marketing wise, this was genius. I mean, whoever thought to do this, I give you all the raises and bonuses and time off and everything that you deserve. As this was a stroke of genius as far as marketing and Netflix is concerned. I even the way it just kind of came up on us, like they gave us a trailer and they dropped it. What was it? Maybe a month later. I like that. I don't like the whole let's release a trailer 8 months to a year in advance, and then you just have the people just waiting and waiting. I don't have the attention span for that. But like I said, I feel like this is the gift that keeps on giving. I think I will come back and play it multiple times. Like every time I get bored, oh, let me go play Bandersnatch and see how it ends up this time. But maybe this programming also makes us explore our own sadistic tendencies. How many people made Colin jump off the balcony the very first time he played the game? How many of you chose to take the acid or LSD? What if we're not even choosing anything at all? What if every time we play it, the algorithm in Netflix just chooses a different group of endings for us? No matter how we choose, we're not totally in control of it. That's the whole mindfuck of it all. That we're all sitting at home thinking we're in control of something and we're really not. That would be an amazing troll for Netflix to pull off if they said, "Hey, guess what? You were just playing with your remote for no reason. We just did stuff and made you think that you were doing stuff." Definitely shouldn't be doing these videos at 3 in the morning because I think what time is it? 2:43. See, I don't even know why I looked over there. Forgot that I have an actual watch on because I haven't been wearing a watch for years, but I got a smartwatch, so now I have to remember that I have a watch on that I can look at and see what time it is. That's pretty cool. It's cute too. It's pink. Well, rose gold. I like it. Oh my God, I really suck at this right now. I need to take my behind to bed and stop trying to do disjointed reviews in the middle of the night. But it's the holidays, and this is when the house is quiet. So this is what you're gonna get. I don't know how my review is going to come off tomorrow. You're probably going to hear drunk people and fireworks. I don't know how I'm going to record, unless I just pull an all-nighter tonight and just record at like 5 in the morning and just post it later, because I feel like that's what I'm going to have to do if I'm going to get anything out to you guys. I'm really trying, but during the holidays, this is Orlando during holidays. They've been shooting fireworks off for the last couple of days, and they only just now stopped because 2 days ago they were shooting off fireworks at 1 o'clock in the morning, and it wasn't even a holiday. It was just Wednesday of last week, not this week, this past Wednesday. But I digress. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say about Bandersnatch. I like that Will Poulter was in it. I really like him as an actor. I sometimes forget that he's actually British, because the first time I saw him was in We Are the Millers, when he did the whole the rap to Waterfalls, which is really hard, because if you ever try to rap along to Left Eye, it's very difficult to keep up with her. So the fact that he did that and did it in an American accent is pretty damn dope. I'm still feeling really sad that he did not get to play Pennywise, because he would have been the perfect Pennywise. But he had scheduling conflicts they kept on pushing back the shooting schedule for it. So unfortunately he had to step down. I believe it was, I hope I'm not wrong about this, I believe it was Will Poulter, and I'm hoping I'm not getting him confused for the other red-haired guy that was in Amityville Awakening. I confused the two of them because they both have a similar look to them. They have that very distinct character actor look that I call it. It's not ugly, but it's not handsome either. But it's that look that you remember their face. Like Samuel Jackson or like Willem Dafoe, Steve Buscemi. Um, I cannot remember the actor's name, but the one that played he was in The Matrix. The one that kept on, he was one of the agents. I would say Mr. Anderson, that guy. He has, you know, very, I think he was in Lord of the Rings too. That distinct type of character actor face that you see Will Poulter's face and you're like, I know Will Poulter. I like him as an actor. He's always good in everything that I've seen him in. Even in, I think that was him in Maze Runner too, wasn't it? I believe that was him that played kind of the bully kid in Maze Runner. Speaking of interesting looks, the lead actor that played what's his face Butler. Don't know why I cannot remember this kid's first name. I'm gonna put it in the scroll or down here somewhere. I'll put the name. He had the weirdest look. Not even like a character actor look. Like he had too much going on. He had wonky eyes, which it looked like one eye was looking this way sometimes. He had a giant eye. It looked like a pimple on his nose. On the one hand, that's kind of realistic, and it's like, okay, that's kind of cool because he is supposed to be 18 or 19 years old. People's faces break out. That's cool. But to watch in HD, not so cool. And then he had summer teeth going this way and some teeth going that way, and I cannot with that. That you're looking at a person who went through 6 years of orthodontics to correct that. So to see that on the screen, I'm like, do you know what kind of pain I went through and having my teeth wired up just to get this far? And they're still not perfect. Like they'll never be perfect, but they're at least in one row, which is really cool for me. I mean, that's a positive event in my life. And when I see the other, maybe am I slightly triggered by this? I should not be triggered by this person's shark teeth, but I couldn't stop staring at it. That said, the acting obviously was very good. Story, the writing in this was really, really good. Lots of fun. The director of this, I'll put his name there. Like I said, I don't have notes, so I don't know off the top of my head. But he also directed the Black Mirror episode Metalhead, and he directed 30 Days of Night. I'm trying to think of something else. I feel like there was two more things I knew that he directed, but I can't put my finger on them just now. Bump it. I'm going to look it up, and I'll just edit out all the dead air. Okay, the director I'm talking about is David Slade. Hard Candy. That was the other movie I was thinking about that he directed. Hard Candy and according to this also Hannibal. I think the TV series. But I don't know why I could not remember Hard Candy. I knew he did 30 Days a Night, but I could not remember Hard Candy for some reason. So obviously, great director. Can't wait for season 5 of Black Mirror, which they're still having a full season, so that's really cool. And I just introduced my friend to Black Mirror by showing the first episode I showed them was Metalhead. When I introduced my sister to it, the first episode I showed her was Archangel, and then I showed her Nosedive. That's what's cool about Black Mirror. If you're introducing it to a new person, there's so much diversity within the different episodes. There's like a right one to show each person that they will really get into it. I also showed him after Metalhead the robot dogs that they make at Boston Dynamic, which was last year was bought by Google, but then Google sold it to a Japanese company. But anyways, I remember posting on Twitter or Facebook that when Google bought Boston Dynamics, that was Skynet buying Cyberdyne Technology. And I don't think a lot of people saw that tweet. But anyway, that is my disjointed and disheveled review for Bandersnatch. Can't think of anything else that I didn't add about it. I talked about the acting, talked about directing. I didn't talk about the effects. There was a character that is done in practical effects. Oh, this is halfway spoiler anyways. I might as well say it. The Pax Demon. It was done really, really well. And it actually made me jump the way that the jump scare was. So I'm going to have to mark this as a spoiler review. I'm not even going to call it a review. I should call it a reaction because this is really disjointed for a review. I'm going to keep drinking. It's the holidays. Did you play Bandersnatch? How long did it take you to play it? It says an hour and 30 minutes. It took me 2 hours because I had two different outcomes. I didn't clock how long my friend took to play it. How long did it take you to play it? How many outcomes did you achieve? Are you going to play it again? What are your thoughts? I thought it was a lot of fun, and I'll probably revisit it more than twice till I get all the possible income until I get all the possible outcomes. Incomes. I wish I was getting income from playing Bandersnatch. That would be the next level. That would be the next level where you have like a game that you play through Netflix, but if you get the right outcome, you actually get a cash prize. That's a thing that should happen. Like I always say, just because I love something doesn't mean you won't hate it. Just because I hate something doesn't mean you won't love it. Did you play Bandersnatch? How'd you like it? Let me know in the comments. Bye.